The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment, heard on the official website of HEW Entertainment.
It's that time once again for HEW Entertainment Radio.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Hosted by Jonathan Clarke.
The beat! The man! You gotta beat the man! Whoa!
Be sure to join us in the live chat room during the show.
Hulkamania is running wild like it's never ran before.
Call us on one of our request lines. If you live in the United States, call us at 1-641-985-7800, box number 3729280. If you're from Canada and would like to call us from 1-647-724-4194, box number 3729280. Long distance charges may apply in some areas.
I've been the world heavyweight champion 10 times.
Or you can always drop us a line at MySpace, myspace.com/HEW Entertainment.
And you will rest in peace.
Emailing us works for you too. Email us HEWWrestling@hotmail.com.
I am a wrestling god. JBL.
And now, without any further ado, here is your host of HEW Entertainment Radio on the official website of HEW Entertainment, Jonathan Clarke.
The champ is here!
Now streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. HEW Entertainment Radio is inviting you to comment on our video blogs, join the conversation, and like us. So what are you waiting for? Log on and listen now. He was one of the greatest wrestling champions to ever step foot inside of a 20 by 20 foot ring, one of the most technically sound and profound individuals in professional wrestling, and is simply known as the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, accepting his Hall of Fame induction in 2006, taking his rightful place in the illustrious WWE Hall of Fame, something that was founded in 1993. And now Bret Hart is coming back to Canada for a tour to raise money for children. Bret Hart becoming involved with a number of charitable organizations, taking part in a Canadian tour. A number of wrestlers are going to be on this tour. We're going to have more information on that over the next couple of weeks. You can stay tuned to his official website, BretHart.com, for additional details. I've seen some YouTube videos. I've heard the talk on Twitter and Facebook, and I've seen the news reports. They're only about a minute and a half in length, but I mean, Bret Hart, of course, receiving a tremendous amount of publicity for this tour. Every time he's involved with something as simple as, it could be something like WrestleFest, which he was involved with a couple of years ago, where he just did an autograph signing and, shared a couple of memories with fans and stories. He always receives a tremendous amount of publicity, and now the talk is Bret Hart coming back to Canada, of course, where he is from, to raise money for children. You can head to BretHart.com for additional details on this tour. It's nice seeing Bret Hart back on the independents, where he originally left the WWE for after taking part in WCW for a number of years, holding their World Championship. Of course, he was one of the greatest wrestling champions of all time in every organization he had the privilege of wrestling for, and now all of a sudden now he's going back to the independents. Do you believe it's because Bret Hart was unsatisfied with how WWE treated him in 2010? Is that why we haven't seen Bret Hart do anything with the company since then? After he finished up his program with Vince McMahon, competing in a match against him for the first time in 12 years, Bret Hart does a couple of appearances for WWE on tour, especially in Canada. And then he was the general manager of Monday Night Raw for about a month. It seems like they didn't have anything, worthy of Bret Hart doing, so he up and leaves the company. We haven't seen Bret Hart do anything with WWE in well over a year. The last time we saw him do anything major was at WrestleMania 26, when he was involved in a lumberjack match involving all the members of the Hart family who were in attendance to see Bret Hart accept his induction into the Hall of Fame a couple of years ago. It was really atrocious, having to sit down and watch that. And, it's really hard to put into words, why WWE treated him like that. Just sitting in front of the television wishing you could do something to help him or benefit him. I don't think that, returning to the WWE benefited Bret Hart. So I'm asking the question to our fans listening to us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, where we are streaming the show. Do you think that WWE should have treated Bret Hart better than what they did? I mean, they have a habit of treating legends so terrible when they bring them back for the first time in years. I mean, you had Jerry the King Lawler just last year, competing for the WWE Championship for the first time in over 40 years, and he's made to look like an absolute idiot in a match against The Miz. It only promoted Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole that year at WrestleMania. We've seen legends like Harley Race, Superfly Jimmy Snuka be treated the same way Bret Hart was in 2010. So it wasn't something uncharacteristic of WWE to give him a couple of low blows and insult his legacy, because we've seen this done time and time again. One of the most known faces who's continuously insulted in the WWE, of course, is Jim Ross, one of the most legendary voices in the WWE. Of course, despite being fired from every major company Jim Ross has done commentary for, going back as far as the Day of the Territories. I really think that WWE treat their legends so terrible, and it's not right. Something really needs to be done about this. Should we start up some kind of campaign of protest against WWE's treatment of legends? I mean, what they did to Bret Hart in 2010, yes. He may have gotten the better of Vince McMahon, courtesy of some help and assistance from his family members who were outside of the ring to prevent Bret Hart from having anything serious happen to him, because we all know Bret Hart, of course, suffered from a concussion competing in his final match in WCW against Bill Goldberg. Should WWE have done something better for Bret Hart? Should they have given him a more substantial role at the same WrestleMania that Shawn Michaels had his final match against The Undertaker? Shawn Michaels, of course, seems to be the one who was treated better out of the two. And if you were to technically score the performances of Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart on a scoreboard, you would say that Shawn Michaels has outperformed Bret Hart because of how WWE treated the two of them. Definitely Shawn Michaels was treated a lot better than what Bret Hart was. Is it because of Bret Hart's health status that WWE treat him like this? Is it because Shawn Michaels puts butts in seats, and obviously more butts than Bret Hart ever could in 20 years? And, notwithstanding Bret Hart's accomplishments, I mean, he's done everything that a legend is capable of doing in his time of professional wrestling. He was one of the greatest world champions of all time, holding the WWE Championship a record 5 times. He was a multi-time Intercontinental Champion, a multi-time Tag Team Champion with various tag team partners. His most known tag team partner, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who has appeared here on this radio show talking very fondly and highly of Bret Hart. He wasn't too struck on how WWE treated him during events like the 1997 Montreal Screwjob, which has consistently brought up Bret Hart. I think a number of factors definitely contribute to the way Bret Hart conducts himself nowadays, why he didn't attend the Hall of Fame presentation at WrestleMania 22 the night after he accepts his induction. I think a number of factors and variables contributed to Bret Hart's actions towards WWE over the last number of years, and why it took him so long to actually come back and work with WWE for a number of DVD and Blu-ray projects. Just recently, WWE dropped the Shawn Michaels Bret Hart Greatest Rivalries DVD that the news was actually talking about there the other day in conjunction with the YouTube videos promoting Bret Hart's tour and what he's doing for kids and different charities. He comes back, makes a bit of extra money, of course, from promoting all of this stuff, and I just wish they had something better for Bret Hart to do. I wish the general manager of Monday Night Raw idea they had going for a while, back in 2010, giving Bret Hart something to do on screen, keeping him outside of the ring. I wish they would have had him do something better than compete against The Miz in a 5-minute match where he wins the WWE United States Championship, a championship he held before in WCW. Bret Hart came back and did a lot of nonsense. And I'm not really shitting on the legacy of Bret the Hitman Hart, because he's had an unprecedented legacy that will probably